Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a day in the life where I'm tackling all the little things I kind of have been putting off. I'm super bummed because I videoed this entire day and half of the footage did not record. I'm not sure what happened there, but I'll tell you more about that and what we did today that made such a difference. If you're new here, my name is Nicholsen. I love to share all things homemaking, and I'd love it if you would subscribe. And if you're returning, it is so great to see you. Today we are going to be talking about how to get motivated to do the small things and why the small things are actually the biggest part of keeping your home together. So this particular morning I woke up, I did lunch for the kids, got them out the front door, and I had a list of just little things. Oftentimes I will make lists of big things like deep clean the bathroom, do all the laundry, which as you guys know will be like 6 or 7 loads, and deep clean the kitchen or clean the kitchen. I find those things sometimes to be very overwhelming when I see them as a big giant to do. So what I like to do is keep my list down to very specific things, and I'm going to share a little bit about how I do that in today's video. First things first, I am going to make our bed. At this point I had already lost half of my footage because I started this morning when the kids left by cleaning the kitchen. I actually took apart all of the under counter lights and cleaned them. I had no idea how disgusting they were, so I guess I saved you by not sharing that because it was really, really gross. Just a friendly reminder to do that. And I got all of the counters bleached and cleaned, and I felt like the kitchen really needed that. But the only other thing I had on my to-do list today was just really simple little tasks like 1 or 2 loads of laundry, making the bed, cleaning out the garden. I needed to clean the bathroom, but before I did that, I needed to give Pepe a bath. Again, not a huge task, but just something I needed to get done. So I figured I'd stack them together. I would clean Pepe and then just give this area a wipe down so I wouldn't have to do the deep cleaning today. For me, I always find that the small tasks aren't small. They're the building blocks and give me really the momentum to keep the house together in a greater sense, like every dish washed, every drawer tidied, every small, little email answered. It all compounds to big wins. Little tasks make big wins. And they actually clear the clutter out and make the space for me to kind of be able to be creative in our home, which is kind of a big deal for me. So what I've learned is just like the 2-minute tidies and the little small but powerful things like cleaning up piles of stuff, like when the kids' stuff piles up. Those are the areas where I find the biggest motivation to maximize those small tasks that make really big differences in my home. So finding, like today, there's one little area in the kitchen that was like kind of becoming a catch-all for all my kids' stuff. I wanted to grab that stuff, clean it, declutter it, and all of a sudden the room just felt so much cleaner. Or days like today where I knew I needed to clean out the sink, but I also needed to clean, give Pepe a bath. And because I always do in here because he's so tiny, I do something like habit stacking where you create 3 things I can do in this space where I got it dirty, got it clean, and tackled 3 different things I needed to do in here. I needed to restock towels, I needed to clean the sink, I also needed to give Pepe a bath. I find that habit stacking in areas creates less work because had I given my to-do list, I had given myself time to clean the whole bathroom and then wash Pepe, I would have felt the need to come back here and clean. So if you do keep a list of those small little tasks that need to happen, you can habit stack them so you're getting everything done. This only took me 15 minutes to clean the bathroom, give Pepe a bath, and I already knocked a couple things off of my small to-do list. So if today feels like a lot, start small. Find little things you can do around the house to really get ahead of that overwhelm, whether it's wiping the counters down, folding the blankets that are on the couch that are kind of always thrown around, or just putting a couple things back where they belong, coming into the shower and just getting rid of those like pesky empty bottles that stay in here and just tidying up the simple areas. You will start to feel so much more peace in your home. And like for me, finding areas in my home to not only create peace but create love and order really makes our house a pleasant place to raise children, to have friends over. So I highly recommend, if you are having a hard time starting today, take those large to-do lists and just pull out the very simple things that you could do today to make you feel a little less overwhelmed. I wanted to get the laundry rotated before I started. I wanted to clean up the front room and put a tablescape out there because it's been empty for a couple days. But this is a really great example of an area of my home that I really don't care for. And the reason I don't like coming out here is the garage is very unorganized. There's a lot of things going on in here, and it's a place that doesn't give me a lot of joy, although I love doing laundry and keeping the house in rotation and clean. But it's a great example of an area of the house that I really need to put on my to-do list, and it's a big project, and go through it and get it cleaned out. I did get all of it cleaned out, if you guys remember in the video, after we put the wall in for all my decor, and I put the gym together, but now, just because my husband's got stuff in there and it's just very unorganized, it's back to being a place I really don't enjoy. And for me, I really like to enjoy the space that I'm living in, which is why I keep the house the way that I do. It gives me peace, it gives me a sense of comfort and control, and I just love it. So today I wanted to try something I've never done before, which is put a tablecloth on this table. If you guys have been on my channel for a long time, you know I don't really use tablecloths, but I saw this one at Home Goods a while back and I thought it would be lovely, so we're gonna give it a try. I don't love it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't love it, but I did want to add just some simple florals here and just kind of create a little bit more of an elegant space for us to eat. Tell me what you think down below of the tablecloth. I'm not a big fan, not gonna lie. Okay, one of the other small things I needed to do was just, again, keep things in rotation, right? Little small tasks. I had a couple things I wanted to add to the dishwasher before I got it started, so we're gonna load that up. I've got laundry running, I've got dishes running. I'm gonna turn my Robo-Rock on so I don't have to do the floors. If you are looking for a great time saver, I have one of you or a friend of mine on Instagram, and we talk in the DMs about trying to convince your husband about the Robo-Rock. Girl, just get it. I'm telling you, the other day I was cooking and dropped a bunch of I think I was straining black beans, and it dripped all over the floor. I turned the Robo-Rock on, went on the app, drew a circle around the area I needed cleaned, and it was done. It's amazing. It's a great, great, great tool to cut down on time. I run it every single day. It mops and cleans our floors. I do mop and clean my own floors at least once a week because I love a deep clean. I'm not gonna lie. I also made some cookies. I forgot to mention. I made cookies for when the kids come home from school. But I love a deep clean, some hot boiling water, and a deep clean on the floors, I think are necessary once a week, if not once a month, twice a month. But for the daily, I love the Robo-Rock. I always have it linked down below. So today, again, you didn't see any of this. I cleaned this entire space. I got all of the chairs put up. I had the Robo-Rock going. I deep cleaned the countertops. Everything was so sparkly clean. It felt so good. It feels so good to have a clean house. And these cookies, these are from Wild Grain. They are my favorite. They're the giant chocolate chip cookies. You guys have to check them out. I will link them down below. So good. All of the stuff we get from them each week is just incredible. But here is how everything turned out. The house is tidy. It's calm. The cats are happy. Again, and give Pepe a little love by giving this video a thumbs up. But if you guys want to let me know what you think about the tablecloth, I'd love to know. Again, not a big tablecloth fan. I feel like it needs more decor. I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. But I love these plates, these hydrangea plates I've had for a very, very long time. They are from Hobby Lobby. I think they still sell them, so if you want to check them out, they might still be there. Hobby Lobby online is not as great as just going into the store, but it is a spring collection, so you may actually find it there. It feels so good to walk through the house, and without doing a ton, the house is super tidy. Things feel very clean. I have the Robo-Rock doing the floors, but my bedroom, the living room, the kitchen, the dining room, all of the spaces around our house have been cleaned and just feel tidy, and the house just feels so good when it's like this. The last thing I kind of had on my to-do list was to go wipe down the table outside. We had dinner there last night, so we're going to head out there and do that. Then we need to come in here and get all of this laundry done. this cute tablecloth at Target, and it is like, it's plastic, so it's great for kids, I suppose. But again, I'm just trying new things to see if I am a tablecloth type of gal, and I just don't think I am. The one thing I will say is, while we were doing a little laundry, I will tell you about the videos I'm working on right now. Well, there are things that are going on in my life that I am filming and trying to make into content that I think you guys will enjoy, because I know that it helps me. But we are 20 days out from our kids being done with school, and I have so many things I want to do with them this summer. But for the majority of the summer, I don't know if it's like this in your home, if you have children or care for children, we are home. Like, we aren't traveling, we aren't doing adventure days every day. That's exhausting. I also work. Work right now has me traveling to Southern California, but I will share a little bit about that later. But anyway, so for me, it's like a matter of, I do need to work, I do need to be in the house, but I also want to keep the kids busy. So I'm going to be doing some indoor activity, an indoor activity video and an outdoor activity video that I think are really, really fun. Especially, again, if you have little kids, it's pretty easy. I mean, you could give them a spray bottle of water and put them outside on the concrete and they'd have a blast. Like, little kids are easy. It's as they get older, in that 10 to, teenage years, it gets a little bit more difficult keeping them busy, keeping them off screens, and doing things that they find fun. There's nothing I love more than watching my teenage children playing outside, laughing, and having a good time. You're doing a good job. So I did compile some things I thought would be fun and interesting for all the ages we have. We have between 9 and 14 years old. So I wanted to share a little bit about that and just how to get prepared for that. So when summer hits, you kind of already have a head start. I think that's the greatest thing you can do with anything in your life, is prepare, because it will create that calm, peaceful, controlled energy that I think as moms that we all deeply seek. So I will be sharing those things, not to mention my summer routine, which will consist of all kinds of things I do every day. There are 5 to 6 things I do every single day in my household. Then there are simple things I do just for myself that I want to share with you guys. So those videos are in the works now and will be up shortly. My goodness, this garden is taking a beating. Okay, so since we were last in here, I let the chickens come in, and they went ahead and pretty much pulled up everything. These beets weren't going to make it because, again, I didn't separate them, so that's why that happened in a cluster. Let's see what we got here. That's not a bad beet. More clusters. Ooh, that scared me. Okay, so we have that. These I need to keep. I just ordered a whole nother set of those because we're going to be using those, bless you, this year. Look at this broccoli, still wants to come back. Look how much the chickens enjoyed the greens. God bless you, cutie. So today what we're going to do, I'm just going to clean up some of this stuff. Our mint is exploding. It's so happy. I bet you there's Easter eggs probably in here. I do want to clip some of that back, and then we're going to rip all of this out. I think what we're going to do is probably just weed all of this stuff. Today, I have some basil I want to get planted because I need it. And everything over here we just need to pull up. These aren't like anything I want to try to keep, but I definitely want to replant all of this stuff at some point. So, but today we're going to pull all of this out, get this soil turned over, and get prepared. Oh, carrots. Look at all those little carrots. So cute. I think we're all done. Oh my goodness. Look at those little married ones again. They're so cute. Oh, so cute. Okay, we're going to pull all this out and get ready to start planting some amazing summer vegetables. Wow, that's a big root. I'm gonna eat that for dinner tonight. All right, guys, let's get gardening.
Remember when you told me that I should take it slow, but I can't stay when the world is waiting. I'm too used to being on my own. Hearts will break, but I have to chase it. I'm dancing on the edge again. The wind is calling my name. I'm dancing on the edge again. This time I'm not looking back, babe. You can change me, you can tell me down. I'll leave echoes in every place I fight. I'll break the molds with rebels mind. I'm a hurricane of free.
It was almost 90 degrees this afternoon, and I traded out my pants for these shorts and a t-shirt, and I was sweating. It was so hot. I actually didn't come out here with the intention of doing what I did, so please excuse the slippers. I was just going to come out here and kind of take inventory on where things were, maybe pull out some carrots, hang out with the chickens, and then I just got sidetracked. So I apologize for the attire, but we'll move on from that. So I wanted to take, all I wanted to do today was actually take all of the things out of these beds, which didn't take very long. Again, I lost that footage. It was such a bummer. That's never happened to me in 5 years on YouTube. I have never, I've had computer issues, but I've never just straight lost footage. Like, it's just the most random thing. But anyway, I'm sure you can imagine what it looks like pulling stuff out of a garden. So I did all that, and now I turned the soil over in both beds and got it watered. We will most likely use these beds again, even though I really don't want to. But the honest to God truth is, they work fine. I can do it for one more year. They are a little bit limiting for the space. I could have so many more beds in here if I did the birdie beds that I have on order. But the main issue I'm having with this situation is it's going to cost me like $5,000 to bring soil in for all the new beds that I want to put in here. And I think about the reward of that, and I think there is a way to do it a little bit over time. So we're going to put a couple birdie beds in this year, and then we will build it over time. I just don't think it's smart to spend that kind of money. I mean, it doesn't even cost that much to buy all the produce I would be getting out of the garden at that price. So this year, we're going to do a couple different things. I do have 4 birdie beds coming. I think I have them linked down below, the ones I ordered. I did ocean blue. I just thought it'd be very calming and kind of match the sky. I just thought it'd be pretty. So I have those, and then we'll keep these beds, but we're going to move them all around. A couple projects I need to do. I need to go get some clippers and clip back a lot of the overgrowth in this area, and I need some basil in my life. I am tired of buying basil at the store, so I grabbed these. These are just from Whole Foods. I'm going to plant them. I'll probably plant 4 or 5 more, because herbs are the one thing that I go through very quickly. So I definitely wanted to get those in the ground. We are past frost where I live. Like, I can start planting tomatoes. It's just a matter of when my nursery gets all the things in. But for me, I just want to get some of the basics put together. So the next time we come out here, we're going to be clipping everything back. I have to go to Osh and get some clippers. And then I also want to just get the herbs put in so that I can start using them, because really, I find just having fresh dill, cilantro, parsley, basil, rosemary to be one of the most luxurious things that life has to offer. And I prioritize things like that, so we're going to get those in. And then I really need to get my tomatoes in. So letting this soil sit for a week. I'm also going to add just a tiny bit of fertilizer in here, not a lot, because I don't want to burn my tomatoes. And I'm going to just sing to them this year and hope that they all just grow healthy and perfect. And I'm going to do it a different way than I did last year so that I won't have the same issues. But for me, I just want to get everything cleaned and tidy in here. So I also love that Henry was in the garden, like kind of hiding, watching me. I didn't even see him. And then he decided to give himself a dirt bath in one of these planters, because the planter is cold, because I had just soaked, all the planters have been fully soaked with water. And he decided, it was so hot. You guys, it was like 90 degrees out of nowhere. It was overcast this morning. And Henry is like, I need to cool off. So he's sitting in a little dirt bath. He actually spent the rest of the afternoon there, which I thought was lovely. The chickens came in and had a little dirt bath. It's just been just life is so good. I'm just couldn't be happier. So these are the things, these are actually growing from my neighbor's side. So I'm going to cut those off. My mint is looking very healthy. We did remove a bunch of weeds from around, at least the ones that are thick enough to grow. To pull. Some of those need to grow so they're easier to pull out. Otherwise, you're just pulling the tops off and the roots stay and you get back to the same problem. The shed is looking clean. I have all my greenhouses tucked away. I've got a gardener's French tip going. We're going to have to clean those out when we get out of here. But I think I'm ready to garden. So if you are going to garden with me, tell us in the comments down below, what are you gardening this summer? I am so excited. You know, this is like, I wait all year for this. This is my Super Bowl, is planting our summer garden. I am very excited, but we do need to get rid of a lot of this stuff. I will be putting beds all in these areas. So I need to rip all of that stuff out in order to put those planters in. Those we will move sideways so that I can maximize the space for my birdie beds, and all is well in the world. We got a lot of stuff removed from this garden. Henry is having the time of his life there, dirt bathing, and I am ready to move forward. I did harvest some of the red onions. I'm going to be adding those in some recipes as well as some fennel. I feel like we got so much done today, even though today's to-do list was all small mini tasks. I feel like the house is clean. I know I didn't film a lot of the little things I did here in the kitchen, living room, dining room, but I had the Robo-Rock handle vacuuming and mopping. But I'll tell you, I feel great. The kids are about to be home from school. The house is clean. I tackled the garden, which was a task I didn't even have on today's to-do list, but was able to get it done just because I had a little extra time. And those little 2-minute tidy to-do items on your to-do list are so simple, but let me tell you, they are so powerful. They are the building blocks. Let me remind you, they are the building blocks of a peaceful home. It will help you hedge that overwhelm, and it gives us time to just tidy up the little things. So when we're in our home, we feel less stressed, more happy, just by tackling the mini tasks. Okay, guys, I will see you in the next video real soon. It is almost summertime. I cannot wait, but let me tell you, we're going to be decorating for fall before you know it. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next video real soon. Bye.